Good day, everybody. Welcome to our, I don't know, what do you call the third last leg of something? Not penultimate, that would be the second last, but third last leg of our Cross Britain tour. We're flying from the Isle of Lewis and Harris out here in the Outer Hebrides. We're going to head back across the water to the mainland of Scotland, fly over the Northern Highlands, and head out to the town of Wick. So it should be a good flight. Let's see. It is about an hour and 20 minutes or so for the flight. Although we'll see how it goes. Running live weather, and I've rolled the time back a bit. So for me, it is about 6 p.m. or so. So it gives us a little bit more sunlight to play with. Hope everyone is doing well. Scott, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name again. I know you told us last time how to pronounce it. Scott, welcome back. Maxim, good to have you here. Air Trooper 37, nice to see you popping in. Kevin, oh, that's you in the Spitfire. Number Spidoki. Who else do we got here? Nick's here, I saw that. Chumi. And Pilot Pat is kicking around here as well, so thank you very much for, oh, I heard that Merlin start up, for joining us. Let's hop into the cockpit and we'll get this thing up and running. And there's the other guys. Alrighty, so get the master on. Get that out of the way. The mixture will go fully rich. Throttles are cracked. Throw on the beacon light, nav light, fuel pumps on, kill the alert, fuel pumps off, mags on both, and engine start.
TOS system test, okay.
Alright, we got a good engine start. Turn on the avionics. Everything is looking good down there. Just you go away. I don't want pushback. And don't know why it just automatically starts like that, although it may be a update 5 issue. Let's get rid of the insert there. CDI will be on the GPS, and for the PDF, I do want to be showing wind on option 3. We'll bring that back. No, we'll go to VFR on alt and turn that off. So we're all set here. We got our winds. The winds are 254. We're going to be taking off on 240. I look forward to the Merlin sound. And Dr. Magic, hello, welcome. And Dark Fury, good to see you. And Dr. Magic, stuck in traffic. Oh, that's too bad. Well, thank you very much for popping in and saying hi anyway. Now, is this properly loading in my flight? Yes, it is. Excellent. That's what we want to see. Air Trooper, your pushback does that as well? Yeah, it is very annoying. Okay, it's a short taxi. We're just going to go out onto the main taxiway, taxiway Alpha, make a right turn, and that'll take us down to the end of the runway. No, I prefer that you wrote Mrs. Pushback. I mean, that works for me as well. Alright, so taxi lights are on. I'm going to go 1 notch on the flap, release the parking brake, and we can head out. We'll ignore our fellow here. Not running my track IR today, so that's all good. Let's go outside. You can see the beautiful views. We're right here on the water, and the on the bay here. This will be the Atlantic Ocean. So we're on the outer islands, or the western islands off the coast of Scotland. Beautiful country, as you can see. Very, very scenic down here. And again, another place I have not been and want to go, so. Has took pushback helper off. I'm not sure. I've never really used pushback helper, so not sure exactly where you would find it. If you look at it, is there anything under the flight assist? I know that's got some weird settings in it sometimes. Alright, here's the runway. We get ourselves lined up and ready to go. Everybody's coming in behind us. Oh, we got a nice flight of aircraft today. Looks like the flashing lights are back. You can see them strobing a little bit here. Oh, I don't know, Air Trooper. That's the first time I've heard of that. I've never looked for it. So yeah, a little bit of the flashing light issues again. Hopefully that'll get sorted out, the landing lights and stuff. It's nice to hear that Merlin sitting beside my ear there, Kevin. So good to hear. Alright, looks like everybody's here. If you guys want to head off, I'll follow you up. You guys in the front. And we'll get going here. I don't know, this is default scenery here. Although I do think I have the an airport enhancement mod. Alright, here we go. I think, I can't remember which airport enhancement mod I have, so that might have changed the lines. Nick, you know which one we're running. You're running the same one I am. If you remember what the name of it is. I can't remember if it's a Just Flight thing or... Yeah, it's not quite default airport, but the markings are enhanced. Alright, so we're climbing out. Got the altimeter set. It's 400 feet, flaps coming up. Speed build a bit. So we're going to go up to 2,000 feet. Dial that in. So autopilot is on. And we can go to nav mode. Begin our climb. There's that row of wind turbines we saw when we came in last time. It's the airport. Now this is obviously misplaced because there's no way you could have wind turbines that close to each other. They couldn't rotate. Yeah, Chewie did take off. I guess he's in a rush. And there goes the Spitfire. Very nice. So as I mentioned, the first little bit, we're going to be crossing back across the water. So we're going to be cutting, there we go, heading up to intercept our route. We're going to be going over the little bit of a island type of thing here. As we head towards our first waypoint. There's a little causeway that connects it, very nice. And we're almost up to our cruising altitude. Maxim, no, I didn't crash. I'm still kicking around. Don't worry about the disappearing thing. It is a glitch in the proximity sensor for when the aircraft show up. We've noticed that since the update that people fade in and out and disappear and come back. So it is rather annoying, but as long as you see the stream is still working, if you're able to watch the stream while you're flying, I am still here. Alright, 2,000 feet coming up. Gonna pull the power back to 2450. We're gonna pull the mixture down. There we go. And we're now stable in the cruise. Now the weather's going to be interesting. Like I said, there you guys are, all behind us here. I am running in live weather, and the weather out at Wick wasn't looking too good. But I want to see what happens when we get there. We may be doing some what we call scud running, which means we will be flying low to the ground and under the clouds. So we'll see how that works out. Alright, we've seen a lot of people back here. Just looking around to see who I can see. I don't see Nick. I don't know where Nick's gone. Pilot Pat, we see Oki. Hey, Oki. How you doing today, Oki? And who is Timp71? Just so I can know who is who out here. It is lovely scenery. This is a gorgeous part of the world. Oh, there you are, Nick. I saw you pop back in. Yeah, it is a great area, very scenic, and very moody as well with the weather when you get the clouds and the sunlight, the cold waters, the mists and everything. It can be very scenic. Yeah, I see you, Pilot Pat. I don't know if Timp71 is with us or not, but he flew out of Stornoway as well. He's flying a King Air, so I'm assuming he's not with us. Although, We do have Donut Man who sometimes would join us in his Airbus, so who knows. So it looks like we do have some low cloud over here, so this could get interesting. So I'm starting to wonder if there is an issue with the Airbus and my streaming setup, because I don't seem to have a problem in the DC-6 or the Cessna. But on Sunday it seemed to be with the Airbus where I had OBS put on. I'm going to rerun that flight this Sunday, and hopefully we'll see what happens and see if we get the same type of issue. I hope not, because I'd like to get that leg in. I tell you, good to see you. Well, we just started. In fact, if we look back, the airport we started from is just over there, so we're not too far out from where we started. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's not a long leg, but I'd like to get it in. It's Darwin to Indonesia, so it's a good 2.5 hour leg. Yeah, you must have gone ahead and taken a look at that. I do want to check that out, because I think there's going to be some interesting airports on that series. Ones I haven't been into, especially when we get into Africa. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Nice, everybody's spreading out here. Looks like Nick's airplane has gone all pink on me, so that's interesting. Did he say where he was going for his holidays? I kind of missed it. Unfortunately, I've gotten really busy now, so on those days when he usually streams, at the time he's streaming, I'm starting to get tied up and I can't make it. There's so much going on as things start to pick up. We're about 88 miles out from Wick. So it's not too bad of a course. We're just basically gonna... Oh, is he? Oh, okay. That'll be interesting. I wonder if he's heading down to his favorite airport there on Mallorca. So we're basically going to be flying into the coast, making a left turn, working our way up through the Highlands, and then down into the flatter eastern part of Scotland. So we left out of Stornoway, EGPO, and we're basically heading east and we're flying to EGPC, which is Wick. So hopefully that'll help. Oh, Scott, you're down in South Carolina. How's your weather been? Have you been getting some really hot weather this summer? Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I made that adjustment so it's a little bit more readable. Yeah, Scott, I usually got them on, but unfortunately I'm out of the house a lot now in the middle of my day here, which unfortunately in the afternoon, which I think I'm in the same time zone you are, you know, is middle afternoon is when he's flying in the evening. Disco Dave, hello. We're on the Northern European server. Most of the people here are from Europe, so that's the server I go on. I tend not to have many problems doing it that way for me, so with my connection, so it works better for the guys in Europe. There's the Spitfire. 98 degrees, yeah, that's warm. We had some storms this morning here, but it hasn't been bad. It's pretty humid right now for me. Alright, looks like the coast is coming up, and you can see it under this cloud layer here. So this could get a little interesting. Well, oh, so we got a head on. Very nice. So let's take a look at the route. Yeah, we're going to pass over the coast here and then make a slight turn to the northeast for a little bit to find a valley we can cut through in. Oh, Air Trooper, you're in Alicante. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Disco Dave, I do all of my community streams, which right now is Mondays, Wednesdays, and when I start the caravan tour, it'll be Fridays. They're all on the Northern European server. So you're more than welcome to join anytime. So Air Trooper, over the last number of years, when they run the Volvo Ocean Race out of Alicante where they started, have you managed to get down and see that? I did follow that for a while. It was pretty cool. And Alicante looks like a really nice place from what I could see there. So we're not doing too bad. We got a little bit of a tailwind. Everybody's still kicking around here, so it's pretty good. Here comes the weather. This is always one of the interesting things in VFR flying is you're supposed to stay within visual of the ground at all times, but in doing things like this is a no-no, but sometimes you just want to see what the clouds look like as you kind of pop in and out. Yeah, unfortunately with my work before I retired, I was not a job I could do from home. Alright, so the coast is coming up. You can see we're gonna, in a second, make this turn and head off at about a 45-degree angle. So we're gonna be coming ashore little towns of Clatchcall and Clashnessy here up on the coast of the mainland of Scotland. All right, and there's our turn. Deep into the clouds now. Okay, Talia, we'll keep an eye out for you. Air Trooper, I retired as soon as I could, so. There we are, bursting through the clouds, and there is the coast of Scotland, looking pretty good. So part of my adjustments I made, in the sim settings, I'm running 4K on my main monitor, but I have upped my draw things for ground and terrain to objects and terrain to 200%, and in the config file I've increased the LOD to a factor of 2, and it seems to be working pretty good. We're still fairly low down. I may go up to 3. I'm just kind of testing as we do here. Yeah, most of my visits to Europe have been up in the north, so I'd really like to get down to the Mediterranean side and visit there one of these days. See, Air Trooper, you must be another guy like me that's been simming for many, many years now. Yeah, it's looking pretty good down there. Just keeping an eye on the streaming software, make sure it doesn't take a crap on me and leave me hanging here. Come on, Okie, we're heading north now. Make sure you make that turn. Yeah, just look at this rugged ground down here. I mean, it's... Oh, look at that. That would be a cool place to go. Nice little beach here. Little community. I think this is Drumbeg. And the odd little farm building. Well, I'm not going any lower because we've got these hills coming up that we're going to have to go through. I think we're going to end up going lower on the other side by the looks of it, but we'll see what happens. There goes the flyover by the spit. Ah, this looks so nice. Yeah, don't want you to get lost, Okie, as we make a turn and you're off wandering, checking out the bays. I mean, that looks... Just these little islands, the way they've done them. They're incredibly well done. It's Mighty Mackerels in the spit. I don't know what Talia is flying. Yeah, it is a little bit bumpy. It'll get a little bit more bumpy when we turn inwards, mainly just from the wind coming across the... No, Mackerel, it is in his spit, Dark. That's him. Come on, Mackerel, give us a flyby. It's the first time I've seen him in the actual Spitfire instead of the Spitaky. Maxim, yeah, I use track IR for some stuff. When I'm flying the Spitfire, when I've flown my little jet trainer, and when I fly the helicopter, I've got track IR on. I don't do it for a lot of my streams because the head movement can become a bit much. But it does make it a lot easier when flying, being able to look around like that. There he comes. Dark Fury, I present Mighty Mackerel in a Spitfire. And there he goes. We're all kind of shocked when we see that. Looks like we got some clouds coming up again. Just not sure how high the terrain gets out here, so I'm a little nervous. You can see on the display here, we're going to arc in and we're going to head down this valley, so should be okay. Again, I'm just playing the guide here, guys. So if you guys want to like zip down and explore and look at things, feel free. There we go. Starting our loop around for that valley. Cold coffee. Thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Alright, so guys, we made the turn here. Yeah, I've got a whole flight plan planned in Maxim, so just keep flying along with me. It's interesting to see you guys keep flying up. So Pilot Pat, Nick, and Scott have all made a right-hand turn, so that was a nice pass. Thank you, Kevin. So you can see the ground coming up, there's shadows. So then we're gonna head down this little, that's 500 feet, okay. We're gonna be flying down this little valley here. Kind of just under this cloud ceiling. Yeah, I know it's a real pain. So I'm off to your right now for you guys that ended up to the north. So I'm trying to call out my turns, just so you guys know. So as you can see, we're currently heading on 105 degree heading. Oh, you're flying the TBM? Okay. Yeah. So, I see you guys coming back this way. And Scott, you're just kind of off my wing there. So we're going to keep going this way, keep edging southward for a little bit. Until we get to the other side of this range of hills here. There we go. So there's Chumi and Dart coming in, or Chumi and Nick, and we got everybody else kind of gathering around. So we'll come over this lock and we're going to come down over this one, continue our right turn. As we arc through, again, dodging the clouds. It is. It's the rugged Scottish Highlands. You can see that cloud. Again, it rolled the weather back by a couple hours, but running or the time back by a couple hours, but running live weather, so this should be what it's like right now. And this isn't Rex, this is Microsoft Live Weather. Alright, we're going to probably make a slight turn and we're going to head down over this way and then turn and come up. And we're going to be going by a fairly big yeah, where's Willie? Yeah, I don't know. Nice to have his inputs here. Oh, thanks, sir. Yeah, it's been a lot of playing around with it to try to get it back to looking really good. And it does look good. How you doing back there, Talia? Have you managed to spot us yet? So we've got this large formation here. So we're going to be flying up the other side of it and across a couple little locks. And we're going to be flying over a place called Loch Chory Lodge. And this is a very sparsely populated area. Oh, there you are. You just popped in, Talia. I see you up there. So as I was saying, we have 3 more legs to do on this run. Pilot Pat, I'm off to your left. I'm just about to make a left-hand turn, about a 90-degree left-hand turn. As soon as basically I get up to the shoreline, well, I'm making the turn right now. We're going to be heading back kind of a 60-degree heading roughly. And you can see Talia's lights. Excellent. We're heading into this dark cloudy area. So yeah, so 3 to go after this one. Or this is the... Actually, let me just see where this is in the list. Yeah, 2 more after this one. And then we're going to be... then we're going to be heading off on a new adventure in some other part of the world. Now I do know where the next one is going to be. But for the adventure after that, if you have any suggestions, feel free to come over to the Discord. I'll get Nightbot to throw it up. And you can take part in the discussions. And if you have any idea of a good area to fly, we can take a look at that. Yeah, hope they get that sorted out soon as well. Just looking for you. Yeah, Kevin, it looks like you're behind me now. So we're heading at about a, well, you can see on the heading, 85 degrees. There's Talia. Nicely done. So once we get over this little area of terrain here, we're going to turn a little bit more to the left, probably bring it to about a 45-degree heading, and we're going to fly up along a couple locks which are in behind this mountain here. And this little place down here is called the Krask Inn. Kind of a lonesome place out here on the barren steppes of the Scottish Highlands. Alright. Should be high enough. Yeah, Talia knows where I am. She just flew past me. Though she is going a bit faster. There we go. Just about to come around the edge of the hills here. And there's the 2 locks we're going to fly up. See a little bit of a turbulent wind bump there. So now we're flying up along the see the 2 locks here, so that's where we're flying up for you guys. You can see yourself on the stream, but you can't see anything behind you. Disco Dave. Which one are you, Disco Dave? What's your in-game tag that we're looking for here? Okay, you're trying to navigate based on the stream. Well, that's one way to do it. I did notice that this was happening a bit with the DC6s on Monday. Oh, hang on. Oh, Disco Dave, you're in front of us. There you are. Okay, I see you now. You're on a BE36. At the you're flying a Bonanza. I don't know how are you how are you navigating if you don't know the route? Interesting. Well, you guys are doing good. Follow the two locks. So once we get over the second lock here and we get up a little bit, when we get up to this tree line, we're going to turn eastward and head out across this area in here. Yeah, Talia, you're having the same problem that Kevin's having in the Spitfire when he tries to do formation flying. And Dark, yeah, that confused me too. I can understand, well, sort of understand the disappearing and appearing gamer tags, but I don't know why there was that huge shift in position. Yeah, Dark, I don't know. No bridges on this route. Not that I've seen, anyway. But I can see the swarm. It's funny, though. You guys are doing pretty good. You all seem to always be here. I can see like a swarm of fireflies. All your lights behind me. Anyway, we just made... we're making that right turn now, so we're heading... As you can see, probably about a 180 heading. Well, you're flying your own route. Well, we're kind of heading in that direction, so we should meet up. Look at that. Past the gray cloud there, you got the huge white buildups. Nice cumulus buildup. It's pretty cool. So down in this area at the bottom of this lake here is Bandaloch Lodge. Fishing. I'm sure they do a lot of red deer hunting up here. Fishing on the locks. Well, the good news is the rain has stopped in Wick. So there's the current MEDAR for where we're headed. So about half an hour ago. So winds are 190 at 5, and you know, low cloud. It looks like the rain may be stopping, although it is getting pretty dark as we're approaching there. So we're going to be staying on this, heading right to the coast. Just so everyone's aware. And then at the coast, we're going to start, we're going to make a turn to the north along the coast, and that will get us set up to come into Wick. Oh, that looks pretty cool. So as mentioned, it is 190 for the winds. Wick itself has one runway, runway 31, but we're going to be using runway 13, the reciprocal. So we're going to fly in. We'll do a left-hand downwind and come in at 6,000 feet. So for the Spitfire and the TBM, it shouldn't be an issue. And then it'll be a right-hand departure off the runway over to the hangar and apron area. Looks like we still might get some rain here. And Nick, we made the turn, so you're heading off. Again, we're heading 090. So you're probably going to want to head about a 120 to pick us up again. Unless you're just spacing yourself out from the gaggle. Turn my landing lights on just because of the dark that we're flying into here. Yeah, this could get interesting. Definitely in real life, not the kind of weather you want to be out cruising around in VFR. It's I mean, you can fly in weather. I've done it, and when you have isolated showers, you can dodge around the showers. It's completely possible. But this is getting kind of iffy for VFR flying. Looks like there's a little break in the clouds coming up. Just keeping an eye on the terrain here. Seems we got another section of higher elevation. It is fairly flat on this part of the eastern side of Scotland here. I did say at the beginning we were going to be flying kind of low under the clouds. And the Medar does have scattered clouds. There's 500 feet. Trying to follow me on Volanta. Yeah, well, I guess that would work. There's the gap in the clouds. Looks like the clouds are getting lower. So the problem with the clouds is the clouds are giving us a reading above sea level, but we're above terrain here. So the terrain here is like 1,200 feet. And if the clouds are at 700 feet, This could get interesting. Again, we're fairly low to the ground here. Hopefully giving everybody a different little view of the flying today. See if visibility's shortening up here. So for VFR flying, at least in North America, Canada specifically where I'm from, below 3,000 feet you have to remain clear of clouds. And you have to, unless you're landing, you have to maintain 500 feet out of above the ground. And sounds like we got a Spitfire down, Kevin, or did you manage to avoid that big ball of rock we call planet Earth? So you kind of see the ground. We're kind of in the cloud here. This is why it's so dark. So I'm not sure if this would qualify or not. This is kind of dangerous to do because if the terrain rises up and the cloud gets thicker, I mean, you won't be able to see anything. Over 3,000 feet, you have to maintain 1,000 feet away from the clouds. But we're not that far from the coast now. And as I said, the elevation, airport elevation is 126 feet. So once we get to the coast, we're going to drop down to 1,000 feet. And we'll see how that's doing. If it's really bad, we may drop right down to 500 feet. So we should be passing between the towns of Libster and Belovroshan, and then out over to the North Sea. Earth and you became very close friends. Well, it happens. So Disco Dave, how you doing? Trailblazing out ahead of us there. Yeah, we're in the murky cloud stuff now. Should start seeing signs of population. The coast is coming up from over here. We're coming up on an angle and we're coming towards it. Very cloudy? Okay. Well, kind of expecting it with the weather that's forecast. And the next live stream is not a community flight, it is a VATSIM flight, so we will be up on VATSIM for that one. Oh, there's a wind farm coming up. I'm just starting to make that out now. Sure why we can't see the red lights, although I guess in the sim it doesn't turn the lights on until it's actually dark. Those lights, however, would be on all the time. Talia's gonna go buzz the wind towers, and I just got buzzed by a Spitfire. It's gonna watch this. You're gonna go between them. I thought you were gonna fly in between them. Some of the little farms and everything starting to appear. So this road here that we're coming up to is the A9, and it heads down to the coast. I think that's the coast there. And the A99 travels up the coast all the way to Wick. So we're coming down, yeah, there's the coast. So we turn, once we get to the coast, we're gonna kind of turn northeast, head out along the coast up towards Wick itself, and well, like I said, we'll get set up for the approach into the town. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to go down to 1,000 feet, start our way down, and bring this back to 2200 just so we don't speed up too much as we descend. 2240 should do. That should keep our speed somewhere around the same. This barometer's 29.8. We're flying over, there's the towns. Bella Roken, and that's Libster down here on the water. Beautiful Scottish day. The airport's up over that way because that's where Disco Dave said he is. Looks like we got a Cessna Caravan out there. And further ahead, descending, or was he descending? No, he's climbing. Is the CRJ-7. Our Spitfire friend there. We're down to 1,500 feet. We're about to start our turn. Head up to the final waypoint. There we go. It's going to be 50-degree heading. Up along the coast now. Let's see if we can get a little bit of lighting in here. It is getting dark. Oop. Turn on the standbys, and mean, in the 172s I flew, there was a glare shield light which put on this. It's almost like a little fluorescent light under here, which just gave you light down over the panel. Now, this is modeled after an S. I never flew S's, I flew P's and R's, so I'm just wondering if that's something that they've removed. I don't know, but there's the coast. Rocky shoreline, sharp edge cliff. Nice Spitfire. I think I'm hearing rain hitting the canopy. Alright, so we're going to go into heading mode. And the runway heading is 129. Interesting. Alright, so the airport's out. Yeah, there's definitely rain. So the caravan's up and flying. The airport's out over there. Oh, my lights are on. Looks like we got everybody back there. So I wonder if this would make more sense to be right-hand circuits at this airport, given it's out over the North Sea, but that's fine. There, I can see the airport lights. Looks like the runway. So I'm going to turn to north. See, 113.6. One 113. .6. There we are, VOR1. And that will be 129. Course. Oh, this takes forever. Doesn't take this long in the real airplane. This will just give me a little bit of a helper indication type of thing. Alright, so we're going to want to turn on our downwind. So we're going to to 310. 311. The airport's over there. It's like Mighty Mackerel's going in for a landing with a tailwind. We'll zoom in on our screen here. Again, we're going to come up, do a left pattern in. On this very, very stormy day. Oh, it's got, yeah, it must be dark for you. Oh, it looks like, what was this Kevin doing? Flyover or? So we're at the end of the runway, so we're gonna go full mixture. We're gonna pull back on the throttle. Lights are all on. Gonna start trimming back. I'm gonna bring the speed back to about 65 knots. 1500 RPM, roughly, is where we want to hold. All right, first notch of flaps. And we'll go 90 degrees. And the turn. And we can use the VOR needle to line us up. See, they're all coming in from the land side. 65 knots, bring the power up. We want to trim it to about 65. There's the airport. Fast. Pull the power. Alright, we're really fast. Alright, flaps 2, flaps 3.
500.
500 feet. There's everybody coming in to land. Alright, 65, 60. Now we do have a displaced threshold, so we want to land past those green lights. 58, it's a little bit slow. It was VFR when we left. Hello, Wayne. Good to see you. Go, and we are down. Welcome to Wick, Scotland. Whoop. We'll go park over by Disco Dave, who's been patiently waiting for us. Yes, well, it was only the last bit of the trip that was all cloudy. Well, glad you could pop in at the end, Wayne, and say hi. Hear that turbine there. And Wayne, you'd be impressed to know, or very happy to know, that Kevin's actually flying a Spitfire today. Not the Spitaki. Alrighty. Oh, there goes the logbook. And here comes Nick in his Fusion Pink airplane there. Not sure what's... Oh, there he is. He's come back in. See, there he is. And Kevin, good news, you've maintained the Spitfire for the entire flight. It's fantastic. Alright, is that everybody? I think it is. Let's get ourselves... Oh, there you... Oh! Well, there you go, Nick. I went to my showcase, and you're now appearing as British Airways. Well, everybody should be here. The silly thing is acting up again. So, thanks for joining us on the flight. Like I said, this is the third last one. There's 2 more to go on our adventure from the southwest of the UK up to the very northern tip. We have 2 more to go as we head up into the Shetlands and Orkneys. So thank you very much for joining us today, and we will see you on the next one. Bye for now.